Usyk's a worried man, and I've been around fighting men all my life. I can see inside the soul. He knows he's facing the best Tyson Fury, and what we've worked on, and how he is, and how he's been in camp.
I'm very happy to be here again. Congratulations. You win a football. It's a great. Congratulations.
The Fury family is once again making waves in the boxing world, with their signature tantrums dominating the headlines. This time, they nearly found themselves at odds with the same man who handed Tyson Fury his first defeat in the ring, Oleksandr Usyk. Tyson Fury arrived in Saudi Arabia from Malta, where he had been deep in an intense training camp, preparing for their highly anticipated rematch for the unified World Heavyweight Championship. Accompanied by his team, including coaches Sugar Hill Stewart, Andy Lee, and his father, John Fury, Tyson's arrival marked the start of Fight Week. Coincidentally, Oleksandr Usyk was also entering the country ahead of their showdown. Both fighters were set to begin their media duties, press conferences, and weigh-ins in the coming days, adding to the tension building ahead of their clash in the ring.
And he has put some slog in, because I've slaughtered him. And I mean slaughtered him, because he's needed it. And you're going to see the benefit of that Saturday night on so's Usyk.
The tension between Tyson Fury and Oleksandr Usyk escalated when Usyk decided to continue his mind games at the airport. As Tyson Fury arrived with his team, Usyk approached the British boxer, feigning punches and taunting him, promising to beat him so badly that Tyson's father would mourn. This was all it took for the Fury camp to erupt. John Fury quickly walked up to Usyk, ranting and attempting to shove the unified world heavyweight champion. Had it not been for those who intervened, Usyk might have faced the same aggressive fate as Tyson did earlier in his career. It was clear that Usyk wasn't backing down. He not only picked up where he left off at the pre-fight press conference, but he also ramped up his tactics. Despite the rising tensions, the situation was diffused before things got out of hand, as John Fury was quickly restrained, allowing Tyson to move forward without any further distractions. During the pre-fight press conference, both fighters had exchanged jabs, throwing insults back and forth, but there had been no real chaos or animosity between them. The atmosphere at the Guildhall in London was far more unique than usual, with both fighters delivering one-word answers, donning fancy costumes, and even ending the event with a cheeky tickle to lighten the mood. The press conference wrapped up without any major disruptions, leaving fans eager to see how the mind games would play out in the ring.
A little bit more focused and a little bit more smart to get the victory. As it would seem, my rematch with people is always ends up one way. I always end up knocking them out.
In May of this year, Oleksandr Usyk was crowned the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world after a thrilling comeback. Despite a tough start, Usyk managed to recover and outwork Tyson Fury in a razor-close, yet sensational victory for the Ukrainian. With their highly anticipated rematch now scheduled for December 21st in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, the build-up to the fight is already heating up. The two boxing kings recently faced off in a unique pre-fight press conference, with Usyk taking the opportunity to further engage in his mind games. Arriving dressed as Agent 47 from the popular video game series Hitman *, Usyk fully embraced the character, donning the iconic suit and shaving his head to match. To add to the theatrics, he carried a military-grade briefcase, which, to everyone's amusement, contained a picture of himself landing one of his signature overhand left hands on the Gypsy King. It was a playful yet pointed move that only added more intrigue to the upcoming showdown.
Whoever I've faced more than once has been knocked out in the rematch, so I'm envisaging something similar in the second fight with Usyk.
Never one to shy away from a bit of humor, Tyson Fury played along with Usyk's playful antics. After Usyk presented the picture of himself landing an overhand left on the Gypsy King, Fury signed it and handed it back to the 220-pound champion, with his trainer chuckling and remarking, "Tomorrow, you'll find this on eBay." Despite the light-hearted exchange, Fury wasn't about to let his focus slip. While he joined in on Usyk's *Hitman* impersonation, Fury made it clear that he was approaching the rematch with a serious mindset. "I have to be a little bit more focused and a little bit smarter if I'm to get the victory," he said. The British superstar also reflected on his past rematches, noting that they've always been with former world champions, which left fans convinced that his preparation for the upcoming fight is among the best of his career. After showcasing a significantly different physique in his sparring sessions, the Gypsy King is determined to avenge his first-ever loss, which came at the hands of Usyk last May. Fury is focused on regaining the titles he lost and reclaiming his unbeaten record.
Counting down the days until I can get my redemption on Usyk. December the 21st is going to be my time. I've done everything in boxing, but I ain't come back from a loss.
Unlike his usual outspoken demeanor, Tyson Fury has maintained a low profile during his intense training camp for the highly anticipated rematch against Oleksandr Usyk on December 21st at the Kingdom Arena in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. This follows their first meeting, where Fury was outboxed by Usyk, who defied the odds with his incredible athleticism and skill to neutralize Fury's height and reach advantage. Now, Fury seems determined to capitalize on his size advantage in the upcoming fight, and the 36-year-old appears to have packed on muscle in preparation for the clash. Fury has been working closely with fitness trainer Shubahil Stewart and has recruited a diverse group of sparring partners, including South African Kevin Lena, to ensure he's fully prepared for Usyk. The Daily Mail highlighted his newly muscular physique, and one user on X commented that while Usyk outskilled Fury in their first encounter, the British boxer now needs to use his weight advantage, something he didn't fully exploit last time. Despite Fury's new physical approach, he previously stated that Usyk neither surprised him nor posed significant difficulty in their May bout. Whether you choose to believe him or not, Fury remains confident that he can adjust his strategy and reclaim victory in the rematch.
It's usually about money, and both fighters have got to be willing.
Is that the delay in that fight, that he's asking for too much or not enough, that you feel that, or you feel you should get the lion's share?
Don't get involved in all the business side anymore.
What truly matters, however, is that Tyson Fury has repeatedly stated his belief, and by doing so, he clearly believes it. Whether the rest of us agree or not is irrelevant. We were merely spectators of the fight. We saw Oleksandr Usyk hurt Fury in the 9th round, nearly stopping him, and ultimately securing a relatively comfortable win. This is the widely accepted view of events, one that most would agree with. However, Fury's perspective as the fighter in the ring grants him an insight that none of us can truly match, not even Usyk himself, the man he shared the ring with. Ahead of their rematch on December 21st, Fury was asked if anything about Usyk surprised him during their first encounter. Speaking candidly on TNT Sports, Fury said, "Being honest, it was actually easier than I thought it would be." He had listened to advice from boxing figures like Tony Bellew and Anthony Joshua, who described Usyk as being nearly impossible to hit, even calling him the Matrix. Expecting a fighter who would be elusive and difficult to catch, Fury was instead surprised to find Usyk more hittable than anticipated. This realization, however, led to a bit of complacency on Fury's part.